Hello everyone, welcome to our first bat rep for Horus Heresy 30K, coming to you from Far East Wargaming. We're a bunch of wargamers that are located in Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur, and we're really excited to bring you some content, some bat reps. Just one disclaimer, this is from Heresy 1.0 because 2.0 is going to be launching very soon. So this will probably be one of the last bat reps you might see before the new edition, but anyhow, we're still excited to bring it to you. We're also very excited because we've done a few test runs in the past, and because of equipment or other issues, we weren't really happy with the content. Much happier now. Hopefully you guys will like it, get a good view, good sound, and all of that. So excited to bring you the game today. My name is Jason, also known as OA_gamer on Instagram.
Paul here, no social handle for me.
We are playing a 2,000 point game today. We are revisiting Istvan 3 with the Loyalist Deathguard taking on the Traitor Deathguard taking on the Loyalist Emperor's Children. 2,000 points. We're playing a Dominion game with Dawn of War deployment. Very excited. We're playing some slightly different lists to what we would normally play, a little bit more thematic. But we'll be getting started, and we really hope that you like the game. For today's game, here we have 2,000 points of Traitor Deathguard running the Creeping Death Rite of War. Something a little bit different from the Reaping. Lots of infantry, as you will see here in a moment. We'll go through the units right now. So for HQ, we have two choices over here. We have a Delegatus. He's fairly stock, although he does have Artificer Armor, Refractor Field, and a Power Scythe. And he is the Warlord, and his Warlord trait is from the Strategic Table, Conqueror of Cities. Next to him is the mandatory Siege Breaker. He's mostly as is, with Artificer Armor, also a Refractor Field, a Power Weapon, which is a Power Axe. Ignore the Combi Weapon, he's just got a regular bolt pistol. And he's also carrying one Phosphex Bomb. For troops, we have 3 squads of Tactical Marines. The first one is 17 strong. Basically bone stock, with the exception of the Sergeant has Artificer Armor and a Power Fist. Banner is just there for looks. Second tactical squad is 10 men strong. They're in a Rhino with a Dozer Blade. The Sergeant also has Artificer Armor and a Power Weapon, which is a Power Sword. The third troop choice, 16-man strong tactical squad on foot. Sergeant again with Artificer Armor and a Power Fist. There is a Nuncio Vox in this particular squad to take advantage of when we use the quad mortars. For elites, we have 2 apothecaries completely stock with no upgrades whatsoever. They'll be joining the big tactical blobs. Next elite is a 4-man Death Shroud squad. They do have Melta-Bombs, and they are riding in a Land Raider. Now this is a Phobos, this is not the Proteus, but we're using it as a Phobos today. It does have Dozer Blade, and it also has Armored Ceramite. For the next elite, we have some Destroyers. 10-man strong, Sergeant with Artificer Armor, 1 Phosphex Bomb, and a Power Axe. And there's also 2 missile launchers with rad missiles in the squad, and they're riding in a Terrax pattern drill. The drill itself has only got bolters. Ignore the Volkite on that one for now. Next elite choice, 4th one, is a squad of quad mortars. 2 quad mortars are located here. We've got shatter shells on that squad and no other additional upgrades. And finally, rounding out the list, we only have 1 heavy support choice, but it is a good one. It's a Whirlwind Scorpius. As stock, no additional upgrades. So together, that adds up to 2,000 points of Deathguard running the Creeping Death Rite of War.
Okay, so for the Emperor's Children today, we have 2,000 points, not running any specific Rite of War, so quite a generic force here. It's led by 2 HQs, one of which is a Chaplain, that is also the Warlord. He has a Crozius Arcanum, which is a Power Axe, just a standard bolt pistol, Artificer Armor, a Jump Pack, as well as a Melta Bomb. We also have a Legion Champion with a Paragon Blade, Artificer Armor, Refractor Field, and a Melta Bomb as well. First elite's choice to the right is a squad of Palatine Blades. We've got 8 Palatine Blades here. Half have got Phoenix Spears, half have got Power Weapons. They also all have Artificer Armor, and the Sergeant has a Melta Bomb. Behind them, we've got their transport, which is an Anvilus Dreadclaw drop pod. No special equipment here, just box standard. We also have a Javelin Speeder upgraded to have a multi-melter instead of a heavy bolter, otherwise standard. Heavy support, we have 1 squad of Sun Killers, 5 men strong with an with a sergeant that has an artificer armor, augury scanner, and otherwise no further equipment. We also have 2 apothecaries, one of which has a jump pack, and otherwise they have no equipment, just a standard. In terms of troops, we have a 15-man assault squad. They are fully kitted out, so they have 2 power weapons, a power axe, and the sergeant has an artificer armor, phoenix spear, as well as a single melter bomb. We also have a standard tactical squad at the back with the Rhino as dedicated transport. The Rhino has a dozer blade as well as extra armor. The sergeant has artificer armor, a phoenix spear, as well as a melter bomb. Lastly, we have a contemptor dreadnought with a Carries pattern assault cannon. In his fist, he just has a regular bolter. He also has extra armor. Lastly, we have a Sicaran assault tank with just the standard accelerator autocannon, a heavy bolter, as well as last cannon sponsons. He also has extra armor as well as a dozer blade. And that's 2,000 points of Emperor's Children, not running any right for.
So that concludes deployment for the Deathguard and for the Emperor's Children. Just real quickly, starting with what I've got. On my left flank, I snuck the Rhino with the small attack squad inside of it. We've got the biggest attack blob here with the Siege Breaker, hopefully to come jump on some objectives. Inside of my party bus, I've got the Death Shrouds with the Delegatus. Behind this building here, we've got a Whirlwind Scorpius trying to stay out of line of sight and drop some juicy templates. In the building, we've got the quad mortars taking advantage of that nice 3-up cover save due to the Warlord trait or Knight fighting turn 1, either one. And then lastly, on the right flank, we've got the other big blob of tacticals pushing across the table, taking advantage of the creeping death, 5-up cover save even in the open. And then finally, the last thing that I've got off the table, I've got the Termite that has the Destroyer squad inside of it, but turn 1 they'll be popping up. And that's the deployment for the Deathguard.
Awesome. So on the Emperor's Children side, going here from left to right, in the building we have the Contemptor Dreadnought with the Carries Assault Cannon, as well as the Sicaran, both hiding out of line of sight. Our house rule here is that on the ground floor you can't shoot through and see through, so they'll be protected in turn 1. In the center of the board, we've got the Sunkiller squad as well as a Rhino with a Barebone Tactical squad behind it. And all the way on the right side, we have an assault squad. They're deployed a little bit ahead because of the Master of Ambush Warlord trait I was able to infiltrate. So I'm just out of 18 inches here from both the Deathguard Rhino as well as Tactical squad. And coming in turn 1, I have an Anvilus Dread with 8 Palatine Blades, my Champion as well as my Apothecary. And then in Deep Striking Reserve, I also have a Javelin Speeder looking to wreak some havoc on some Deathguard vehicles later.
Yep. Okay, so that sums up deployment. Now we are going to do the all-important sneeze the initiative roll. Paul usually gets me on this. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so don't mind the Black Templar's dice. So a Black Templar logo here will mean no success.
1. Whew. Okay, so it's going to be Deathguard turn 1, but before that, let's get a handshake.
Good game.
Good luck.
Looking forward to slaying some stinky boys.
Yes, yeah, let's see what we can do. Don't play this Rite of War very often. It should be interesting. Okay, left flank, I think we're gonna move up with the Rhino, just 6 inches. Still range of shooting the Emperor's Children, maybe turn a little bit. It's still gonna be out of rapid fire range. We're gonna march up this big blob, Tactical Marines.
That looks like somebody wants pain.
It does. Well, you're gonna come and assault me no matter what, so we might as well try and whittle you down a little bit before you do. Okay, it's the first tack blob making their way up the table under the cover of our creeping death. Land Raider party bus here is going to move forward 6 inches because we still want to pop off a couple shots at those Sun Killers before they pop me. Scorpion's going to stay still, no reason to move. Quad Mortar is going to stay still because they want to drop some juicy pie plates on you. And then we will move up this blob of TAC Marines to hopefully still be on an objective after the casualties before next turn. And I jumped right into the movement, doesn't really matter. First thing, I probably should have brought up the Termite. So we'll go ahead and pick a spot for the Termite. I'm thinking we probably got to whittle down that nasty blob of of Assault Marines over here. And
Call me surprised.
yeah, they were just begging for some phosphex and some rad missiles. So we'll go ahead and put it right there, see what happens. Let me go ahead and just center a dice there. And then we can roll and see if we scatter. So we'll go ahead and roll that in the box. This is for the termite coming up at the beginning of turn 1. 3 inches slightly back to the right. Looks to be right there. Still close enough. And now, getting out of the termites, we have 10 destroyers. These guys are going to be annoying all game long because they have magnetized backpacks. But I wanted to be able to put jump packs on them too.
I don't think they'll be annoying too long. I suspect they won't be there after turn 1, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. They're going to do their damage, their Suicide Squad act, and then they're probably going to get wiped out. So be it. Get the sergeant in the front. That would probably be the smart thing to do if you're going to throw a Phosphex bomb.
Looking forward to the days of Heresy 2.0 when we don't have to put Artificer in the front anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, and you're spread out very well right now, so I don't think the Phosphex bomb is going to do anything really, but we'll see. Basically, all of the tac squads advanced up 6 inches. I played a little bit back with the Rhino on the left flank just because I didn't want them to get a double charge, perhaps, if the assault squad wanted to pull that off. Blobs moved up, hopefully to be able to take those objectives for Dominion on the beginning of turn 2. Land Raider moved up cautiously because I want to maximize firepower into the Sun Killers. And yeah, that pretty much summarizes Deathguard turn 1 movement. Let's get into the shooting phase. Let's see what kind of damage that we can do here for the Deathguard in turn 1. I'm going to go ahead and start with the destroyers doing their thing, jumping out of the drill. Let's see if we can light up a few of the Assault Marines. We'll start with a Phosphex bomb from the Sergeant. He can throw that up to 6 inches. Does that look good to you?
Looks well, yes, all good.
Okay.
So let's see that scatter back on yourself.
Come on, baby. No scatter. Oof.
Oof, oof, as spoken, as predicted.
Of course. Roughly 10 inches straight back. I don't think that's going to hurt anybody, but it's
you
going
get to deduct your ballistic.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you're at
6
6 inches back. I think that looks like a juicy hit.
That does. I think I just threw a Phosphex bomb on myself and hit 6 guys. Why don't you go ahead and roll it? So
okay, yeah, happy to.
It's poison.
3+, right?
Yes, but thankfully, as part of the Deathguard special rules, we get a feel no pain from poison.
Oh, that is true. Well, let's see what damage I can do. Only half, so 3 saves to take.
3 saves. Okay, well, it ignores my armor because it's of its AP value, but I do get a feel no pain off of a poison. Let's see what happens. I think we end up losing 2. So we killed 2 of ourselves with a Phosphex bomb. Hey, great start, guys.
I'm happy about that. I can live with that, I think.
Great start, gentlemen. Well, I mean, hey, it happens. These guys aren't long for this world anyhow.
You play with dangerous weapons, you have to accept the damage.
You do, exactly. So I'm going to try and change my luck up. I'm going to fire 2 rad missiles. I'm going to let you place that for me where I get the maximum amount of models.
Sure, that has a longer range than the...
Yeah, suspensor web, so I can shoot that up to 24 inches. Let's see if we can not hit ourselves with this weapon. Preferably maybe these guys, just so you don't get a cover save.
Sure, that makes sense. I think you'll still be looking at probably 2 like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with the first missile.
Yeah.
6 inches again.
Okay, let's see where that goes.
Slightly angled.
Looks like you get 3.
Hey, that was lucky. All right, second one.
That is 1 inch. Looks like you got 1.
Okay, so 4 guys?
Yes, 4 in total.
All right. So these are rad missiles with flesh bane. Let's see what happens. 2.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. AP3 because it's a rad missile.
So I will get my 6-up cover save for night fighting as well as feel no pain.
Yep.
I believe we have 2 regular guys up front, so looking for 6s here. I got 1 6.
Yeah, so it begins.
5 up for the next guy, and 1 guy is dead.
Oh, so 1 dead. Okay, well that's a start. That's at least their guys and not our guys. Okay, so then bolt pistols. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys with dual bolt pistols, so 10 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Not bad. 3 misses. And then these are 4s to wound. Not so good. 2 saves, please, sir.
All right. 2 3-up saves, and 1 feel no pain. And you got 1 more.
All right. Okay, that's progress. Progress. We're now at equal casualties caused by my unit.
But that's a success, I guess.
Yes. So we got 1 drill then. 1 combi bolter from the drill.
Yeah.
Should be in rapid fire range. 2
Yes.
shots. Both hit.
Yep.
4s to wound. 1 wound.
Okay, and 3-up save again. And saved.
Okay. This rhino over here will fire 2 guys out of the top hatch, same target,
Yep.
and the rhino itself. So the 2 guys out of the hatch.
Yep.
2 hits. The twin-linked combi bolter. Hit.
Yep.
All right. 4s to wound on these 3. Hey, 3 wounds.
Okay, and it looks like... Would you be able to see this guy here, or...?
If we were counting the hatch, since everything hit, yeah, I think so.
Okay, so then it looks like we have 1 regular guy before we get to that power weapon there.
Okay.
So I'll do these 1 by 1. 3 up. Feel no
pain.
pain. He's good.
Ugh.
And number 2, he's good.
He's
and
good.
the last one, he's good.
Yep. all
There
good.
we go.
Your apothecaries are always money.
Indeed, these have been taught by Fabius himself.
I think so. Okay, we're going to use the bolters off the big blob over here. There's no sense in running right now. It looks like roughly everybody except for the back 4, if you agree.
Sure.
Okay. That was a 17-man squad plus an apothecary plus a siege breaker. The siege breaker is going to be out of range with a bolt pistol. Apothecary out of range with a bolt pistol. So 12 shots.
Yeah, sounds good.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Come on, bolters. We are the Legion of Bolters, just like the Imperial Fists. Ours are not as good, but hopefully let's see what happens. All right. That's a good start. Only 2 misses on 12 shots with the bolters. And 4s to wound. Not
Doesn't
bad.
look too bad at all.
Not bad. 5 saves, sir.
5 saves. Okay, let's see if we can tank these again. I guess I'll have to do them 1 by 1 once again, since I have the regular guy up front here. He's good. Number 2. Feel no pain. He's dead.
Yes, finally the apothecary failed.
Okay, so we have the power weapon up next.
Uh-oh.
He's fine.
No.
And 2 more on a 3-up. Feel no pain. Let's see what the apothecary can do this time. Nope, he fails.
All right.
And 1 more on a regular guy here.
Yep.
He's good.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that'll finish shooting on this side of the board. Managed to kill 2 of my own guys. Oh well. Let's move to the middle now. We're going to go to the Land Raider, and of course we're going to target everybody's favorite target, the Sun Killers.
Call me surprised.
Yes, surprise, surprise. So because I only move 6 inches, I'm going to fire 1 las cannon at full BS. The other one will use Power of the Machine Spirit. Again, this is not a Proteus, this is a Phobos. Apologies for that. My Phobos is not fully painted yet. And then we will snap shoot the twin-linked heavy bolters. Okay. So the 2 las cannon shots at the Sun Killers, hitting on 3s twin-linked. Thank God they're twin-linked, because that's 2 1s. And
Wow.
it's 2 1s again.
Wow.
Yes, we're off.
What
to
are the
great-
odds? What are the odds?
We're going to change those dice. Watch the snap shooting heavy bolters do the damage. Let's see what happens. Hitting on 6s. Nope, twin-linked.
You're good with them once today.
I'm going to get them all out of the way turn 1. That's my plan. That's my devious,
Sounds
my
like
cunning
a sound
plan.
plan indeed.
1 hit.
Okay.
Do we wound? We do.
Okay, 1 3-up save. You got. There we go. Saved.
Curses. All right. Let's see what else we can shoot. I'm going to wait on the template stuff first, and I'm going to just see if I have any bolters over here in pot shot range. No, they're all out of range. Okay, so no choice. We need to go to templates. I think I'm going to start with just shatter shells from the quad mortars. Going to go ahead and shoot at the sun killers. I don't
Another
want to.
surprise there.
Yeah, I don't want to use the template because as bad as my deviations have been, I'm just rather trying to do the high strength shots.
Sure.
Okay, 8 shots, 4 out of each one. Hitting on 3s. Not bad, 1 miss.
Not bad at all.
Shatter shells are strength 8 against the poor sun killers, so wounding you on 2s.
Wow.
All wound.
So
7.
that's 7 wounds, okay.
7 wounds.
I think I got 1 guy before the sergeant, so let's see how many this guy can tank. 1. Yeah. Let me re-roll that. 2.
Uh-oh.
3.
I really
Look
need
at
to
them.
whittle this
3s.
squad down.
4.
No!
Very good, very good. Oop.
Out of the box.
5. Yes, and number 6.
Got
there he
him.
goes. And now 1 on the Artificer armor of the Sergeant.
Yep.
He's good.
Okay.
So 1 Sun Killer slain by the Mortis.
That could have been better. Could have been better. All right, let's see what we want to do next. I was going to shoot the Scorpius perhaps at the... I think I need to go ahead and shoot the Assault Marines, just because they're the deadliest target right now. If you don't mind, Paul.
Yes.
I do have a Nuncio Vox here on the Siege Breaker, so I can essentially see the whole...
Sure.
Yep. If you can just put down probably in the middle where I can get the most, wherever. Like maybe this guy, I guess.
You would be on the Artificer armor here, so
Okay.
I'll let you...
Yeah, let's not do that then.
I suppose not.
What about
Yes.
that guy?
Yes, sure. That makes sense.
Okay. It gets 1 plus D3 shots.
Yeah.
So let's see how many we get. 2.
Okay.
All right. So the first template. Let's
Yeah.
see what happens. Wow. 7. Thankfully, I did what I did.
You got 1 there.
Okay. And then now for the flip.
Yes.
Second shot. It's on target.
Okay, so 2 in total.
2 in total. Strength 8, AP 3. Choose to kill, but you will get your cover and your no apothecary just cover. 2.
Okay.
2 cover saves.
And you are on the power axe there, so let's see if he can do it. No, he's dead. The next guy survives, so the axe is slain.
Okay. Okay, so let's summarize Deathguard Turn 1 shooting. It was pretty poor, to be honest with you. Starting on the left-hand side over here, we had a big blob of TAC Marines plus the guys with the Rhino, and I think we killed maybe 1 Assault Marine. The Destroyers came up, and instead of causing havoc, they managed to throw a Phosphex bomb on themselves and successfully deviate. Thankfully, we get that Feel No Pain as Death Guard from poison, but we still managed to kill 2 of our own Destroyers. The rest of the fire from the Rad Missiles, the Bolt Pistols, we killed maybe 2 or 3 more Assault Marines total, so not too good over here. Land Raider was a complete wreck, and what I mean by that is I managed to roll double ones twice with twin-length las cannons. Heavy Bolter managed to get a hit but didn't do anything, so bad. Scorpius and the shots from it went into the Assault Marines as well. I only killed 1 thanks to the cover save. Paul managed to save one of his guys. Shatter Shells out of the Quad Mortars into the Sun Killers. We killed 1 guy with 7 wounds. So I think this is a sign of how the game is going to go.
It happens.
It happens. And then finally on the right-hand side, the other big blob of tacticals, they were completely out of range of anything useful. So yeah, that summarizes turn 1 shooting for the Death Guard, and for turn 1 assault, we're not in range with anything to assault because the Destroyers came up from subterranean assault, so they can't assault, and nobody else is in range. So that summarizes Death Guard turn 1, and we will now move over to Emperor's Children turn 1.
All right, time for Emperor's Children, turn 1. I gotta say that could have gone worse. I'm glad only, I think 6 of my guys died and 2 Destroyers died, so I think that's pretty okay damage for turn 1. Now let's see what we can do in return. First things first will be where to put my Dreadclaw.
The party pod.
Let's see, now I think you have some Interceptor, right?
I do not have Interceptor.
Okay. Now that's handy to know. Gives me some additional protection.
Yes, I did not have enough money, or points I should say. I have money I guess, but I did not have enough points to pay for anything with Interceptor, and this is not a very shooty list. So,
okay, let's think about this. So I guess I have either flank as an option. On this side here, I do have to think about the Destroyers, as well as all the tactical squads coming down. On the other hand here, I've got an attack squad as well as the Quad Mortis staring down, so that would obviously be quite a target if I put the Dreadclaw in front of them, so... Hard choices to make. The good thing about the Dreadclaw is it can't scatter onto enemy units. The only risk is if it scatters off the table, so I have a little bit of protection if I put it somewhere in the middle.
no, you want to be next to the table edge. Come on, Paul.
One thing I do want to be aware of is that I do not want to be in charge range of anything that comes out of that Land Raider, because as we all know with Emperor's Children, you're pretty good if you charge, but if you get charged, you suck balls, so let's try to avoid that.
Yeah. Decisions.
Decisions indeed. I think I'm going to go over here, right in the fray.
Okay.
And let's see how this goes. So, scattering. We're 7 inches. I think we may just be off the table.
I think you went off table.
I do think so.
I think you're going to have part of your stuff off the table.
That does look like that. Do you want to roll on the mishap table for me?
Yes, let's see what happens. Mishap table for Deep Strike. It's a 4. I can't remember if 4 is ongoing reserves or...
Goes back into reserves.
Yep, it goes back into ongoing reserves. Dang it. I was kind of hoping that I could place it, because then I would just stick you in a corner.
I guess that could have been worse, all things considered. Well, let's get this party started.
It's karma for my Phosphex mishap.
Indeed, it is. So I'll do a difficult terrain check here on my Contemptor on the far left. So he gets to go 5 inches. That should be enough to just get out of cover and take sight on those filthy Deathguard. Likewise, I will do a dangerous terrain check on my Sicaran. That's a 1, but I do have a Dozer Blade.
Uh-oh.
It's a 3. Good thing. Those 5 points are always well invested, as we all know.
Yes, I got spoiled by the Reaping with the Deathguard because we ignore a lot of terrain effects, but we're also moving very slow with that Rite of War. I thought this would be thematic. Isfahan 3 attacking mass waves of infantry coming at the Emperor's Children.
Okay, let's see if we can pop that Land Raider. That looks like a very juicy target right there.
Indeed.
And here I think I know what is to do. The Rhino is just gonna turn around and move up 6 inches. And we will get out of our party bus there to bolter down some Deathguard.
Well, boys, nice knowing you. It's a big, expensive squad that's probably gonna go poof after killing 2 Assault Marines.
It's worth something. It's worth something. You know, gotta take the small wins as well. So my thinking here is if I can kill that squad as well as the drill, I can probably score that objective in the next turn, assuming that squad is not gonna die. Yep. There's a lot of assumptions in that statement, so let's see if I can make that happen.
Yep.
And I do want to be nice and spread out here so that I don't get any more AP3 blasts on the next turn.
Why?
I think we all learned that lesson once when we got into the Heresy for the first time, so now I won't be making those same mistakes again.
Scorpius, the friend maker.
Friend maker, indeed. And here I'm just thinking to get everyone within 12 to at least shoot some pistols. Since I can't charge on my turn 1, I can at least maximize my damage in terms of pistols. So turn 1 summary for the Emperor's Children, some good, some bad. I mean, lots is still alive, but the Dreadclaw unfortunately scattered off the table. Fortunately, just went back into ongoing reserve, so we have another shot for later turns. It's not destroyed. Otherwise, everything moved out and up front a bit. The Contemptor taking aim at those tacticals. The Sicaran moved 6, taking aim at the Land Raider. The Sunkillers obviously stood still, and here my tacticals got out of the Rhino. The Assault Squad also moved up to bring some pain to those remaining destroyers. Shooting phase, turn 1 for the Emperor's Children.
All right, where do you want to start?
I'll start on the left here with my Contemptor.
Okay.
So 6 shots of Assault Cannon into your tacticals.
Yep.
I got 2 1s there, so 4 hits.
Okay. 2's to win.
We've got 2 regular wounds and 1 Ren, so please do the Ren first.
Okay. Cover from the...
Yes.
Yep, okay. So 5 up from the fence and then a 4 up nighttime.
Correct.
Or I have a 5 naturally because of my Rite of War, so it doesn't really matter. 4 up cover save on the Rend. Passed. And then you said 2 normal saves?
2 more normal saves.
Okay.
Correct.
3 ups. Both good.
Okay, and let's see what the bolter can do any damage. It's a hit.
Yep.
No wounds. Okay.
Whew. All right, boys. Hold on.
That could have gone better, but well, what can you do? And here on the Sicaran, I will unload everything into the Land Raider.
Okay.
So let's start with the autocannon.
Yep.
That's 6 shots as well. Fortunately, it's twin linked. So we have 6 hits, and I'm looking for 6s here.
Yep.
There's no 6s, unfortunately. I guess there's some payback.
Well, I think the last cannons are more of a worry.
And the last cannons both hit.
Yep.
Now looking for 5s and 6s. There's 1 5, so 1 glance.
Okay. I do get a night fight 6 up.
Yep.
Nope. 1 whole point off the Land Raider.
Let's start with the Assault Marines.
No problem. Pistols?
Yes. So we have 5 assault marines you killed, so there are 10 remaining plus the 2 characters, being the apothecary as well as the chaplain. So I'll do the chaplain first since he is on 2s. He hits. And then we have another 11 shots of pistols from the regular guys as well as the apothecary. Okay, 11 shots here. Let's see what we can do. There's some ones, but overall not too bad. Now wounding on 4.
Yep.
So we've got 3 wounds.
3 wounds. Okay, looks like closest to that assault marine is just regular guys with pistols. So we'll take 3 saves. And we fail 1. So 1 pistol guy dead so far.
Okay, and now let's do the tactical squad. That's just 10 guys. The sergeant has traded his bolter for the Phoenix Spear, so I believe we've got 19 shots there. So there's 10 dice. I'll do this and then 9 subsequently.
Oof.
So that's 6 hits. And now for the second set of 9. That's another 4, so 10 hits exactly.
Okay.
I guess that's about average. So let's see what we can do. It looks like the exact average, 5 wounds.
Okay, I got to split these because we do have a missile launcher that would be coming up next in the queue. So 5 wounds, we'll do these one at a time because the first guy's got a bolt pistol. First save, he's good. Second, he's good. Third, he's dead. And that leaves 2. So the next guy in line is going to be the missile launcher. 2 more saves to make. He's good. He's dead.
Let's do the Rhino, 2 shots.
Yep. Twin linked.
Linked. 2 hits. Let's see what we can do. 2 more wounds.
Okay. I got to split these too because the second guy is the sergeant. First guy, good, dead. 4 total casualties out of the destroyers. That will definitely trigger a check in just a moment. No problem.
So let's throw 4 last cannons into the Land Raider, hitting on 2s. Wow.
Ooh,
3 ones.
lucky there.
Wow.
Really lucky there.
Now at least give me a 6 for this. There's a 6.
You got a 6. That's
There's
a 10.
penetrating hit.
Yep.
And now another 6 to blow this thing up.
Oh,
whoa,
nice.
there we go.
666.
That makes up for some of the previous poor rolls.
1 las cannon just did that damage. Okay, you've got inside of the Land Raider, you've got 4 of the death shrouds, and then you've got the Delegatus. So if you you did blow it up, so if you want to check to see to wound him, please.
Turn 1 summary, shooting for the Emperor's Children. The Contemptor and the Sicaran whiffed. The Assault Squad and Tacticals did okay damage. Killed, I think, about 4 destroyers. But the clear Golden Boys this turn were the Sunkillers that managed to finish off that Land Raider with just 1 penetrating last cannon. So looking forward to what the Death Guard can do in return.
All right, starting Deathguard turn 2. Well, we've had a bit of a change in plans because, as you can see, I don't have a Land Raider anymore. And that's what happens when you get one-shotted by a las cannon. I thought I was doing okay, but now basically a lot of my anti-tank just went bye-bye. So that changes things. Not too bad, actually. So turn 1, we lost a few guys of the destroyers, but they managed to hold on. But now we need to try and punch back before the Dreadclaw and the Javelin and that comes in. So let's start with some movement. First things first, I owe 2 dangerous terrain checks for the destroyers sitting over here in the Phosphex. So the sergeant is fine, the other guy is fine. And then we're going to do a difficult terrain check because we want to move out of that nasty Phosphex. 5 inches, we're good.
Somebody wants to say hello?
We do. We're not just going to stand here and let you shoot us all game.
Okay, let's see about that then.
Yep, we're going to come say hello to our little friends. Drill is going to stay still because we're going to take advantage to shoot as much as we can. Rhino here, we're going to move forward 6, and then we are going to get out with the tac squad. Also getting as close as we can to these assault marines. Okay, so the 10 tacticals get out there. Big tactical blob over here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Victory points. So forgot that at the beginning of the turn, but basically the Death Guard, because of the 2 big tactical blobs, we're sitting on Dominion objectives at the beginning of the turns, so that's 2 points for the Death Guard. Currently sitting on 2-0. And then we're going to move this other tactical squad up. We basically want to try and get as many bolters as we can on those assault marines before they come and hurt us.
See that Apothecary do some more work this turn.
Yes, your apothecaries are always good, along with your loaded dice.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Are these dice regulation? All right, so we're going to be cowards over here because Death Shrouds and 6 las cannons are not a good combination.
I thought I'm playing Deathguard and not Night Lords, but am I colorblind?
So, in your mind, the right tactical move would be to go straight into the las cannons. Is that it? Of course.
That's onwards and upwards.
Well, I am happy to be able to disappoint you. It's only turn 2. Don't worry, we'll come and see you. On the left-hand flank, we've got a massive mountain of tactical marines over here, ready to take on the assault marines to try and shoot them up. 10 guys got out of the Rhino to maximize the firepower. The other big tactical blob here has moved up to try and get as many guys to shoot those assault marines. The remaining 4 destroyers have made their way through the Phosphex and are moving on to take on that smaller tac squad that got out of the Rhino over here. Death Shrouds said that discretion is the better part of valor, and they decided they didn't want to eat 4 Sunkiller and 2 Sakaran las cannon shots this turn, so they moved out of the way. And then finally, the other big tactical blob here on the right-hand side is moving up a little bit to try and get some bolter shots on the Sun Killers, but yet also still maintain control of that objective. So at the beginning of the turn, once again, scored 2 points for the Dominion objectives. And yeah, let's move on to Deathguard Turn 2 shooting. Deathguard shooting, I'm going to go ahead and start here on the right side just because I'm closest to it. And it's the fewest number of shots. They're going to go ahead, the tacticals that poked out here around the corner, we probably have a few that are in range of the Sun Killers. Okay. So we're going to fire some bolter shots there. So 5 bolters into the Sun Killers, hitting on 3s. 4 hits, not bad.
Not too bad at all.
Wounding on 4s. Hey, 3 wounds.
Okay. So I do believe my Artificer armor is up front, so let's see how many 2+s I can roll here.
Yep. Yes, that's a good start. That's a good start.
There it goes. Okay, another 2. These are just regular armor saves, and these 2 are passed.
Yes, we got rid of the Artificer. That's huge. Okay, so that's 1 less las cannon to deal with. We'll go ahead and go to the quad mortars. Quad mortars are going to shoot shatter shells, and I think the biggest probably threat right now is going to be that Contemptor, because I don't really have a lot to deal with it over here besides the quad mortars. Okay, so 8 shots from the quad mortars into the Contemptor. Hitting on 3s. 6 hits. And these are strength 8 with Sunder versus front armor 13, so I need 5s to glance, 6s to pen, but with Sunder. Thank God, because I haven't done anything yet. Second set of rolls. That'll do it.
6s there.
2 pens and 1 glance, sir. If you can take the glance first.
Okay, 5 up. There we go.
And the 2 pens.
We like that symbol, and the 2 pens both go through.
Okay, let's see what the pens do. These are only AP4, so just whatever I roll on the table. 1 and a 2, so 2 whole points and shaken. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'll mark that down.
That'll work. Okay, so moving along, I'm going to run the Death Shroud because they are not in Cataphracti, they are in Tartarus, just to make sure that we can get out of as much line of sight as possible.
Classic Deathguard.
Classic Deathguard, hiding amongst the ruins.
Classic Deathguard.
1 inch, that's fine. All right, I'm going to wait on the Scorpius because I want to see what happens with bolters over here first. So I'm going to start with the big blob in the back, shooting at the assault marines. 4 bolters in rapid fire.
Sure.
Plus 2 bolt pistols. And then everybody else should just have range, but I think a couple don't have line of sight. Yeah, so these 3 don't have line of sight. But one of those is the Siegebreaker hitting on a 2.
Yep.
So let me roll that separately. He hits. And then 18 more shots. So here's the other 18 bolter shots from that back blob. Hitting on 3s.
Oh, I see a lot of 1s and 2s there.
There is a lot of 1s and 2s indeed. It looks like out of 18 we missed 7, so 11 hits. Not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Not too bad. So now we need those 4s. This is where it matters. Oh, plus the 1 from the Siegebreaker. Okay. Pulling out the fails to wound, it looks like 6 wounds, sir. 6
wounds in total, okay.
Yep.
So I believe there's 3 guys up front before we get to the Artificer armor, so I'll do these 3 at a time.
Okay.
There's 1 fail, and let's see what the Apothecary can do. He does not save. So we got 1 guy dead, and then I'll do the next 2. These are fine, and the last one, he's good as well.
Okay. The front squad that got out of the Rhino, well, I'll shoot the Rhino first. It's in rapid fire range, so 2 shots.
Yes.
Twin linked with the combi bolter. Well, that's a scatter dice. That's not going to work. Okay, 2 hits. 4 is the wound on the assault squad. 1 wound.
Okay, another 3 up. That's a fail. Feel no pain. It's a fail as well.
Hey.
That's number 2.
All right, tactical squad that piled out of the Rhino should all be in rapid fire.
Yes.
Yep. So we've got 18 shots from the bolters and 1 from the bolt pistol, so 19 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Doesn't look too bad at all.
It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, only 6 misses.
I guess that's about average.
Yep.
Okay.
And now the money roll, 4 ups. Decent. I think it's 5.
5.
Oh, 4.
4.
Worse than I thought. 4.
Okay.
Yep.
There's probably 1 guy before my Artificer armor, so let's do that 1 guy.
Okay.
He fails. Let's see what the Doctor can do. Doctor does save him.
Of course.
Number 2 fails again. Let's see what the Doctor can do. Nope, he's dead.
All right, we got 1.
Now I think the Chaplain is probably the closest, so he's just going to tank it on his 2 up.
Yep.
And 1 more. He's okay.
Yep. That's what I thought. All that bolter fire, and we killed 2 assault marines. Oh well. Okay, we're going to go with the drill. The drill did not move, and we're going to just put all of our shots into the tactical squad of 10.
Yep.
So that's 2 combi bolters, twin linked, so 4 shots.
Yep.
1 miss, twin linked, all hit. Let's get that roll again. Let's get some wounds. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. I think there's 2 tacticals up close. They're good.
They're good. Okay. Now we're going to start with the destroyers.
Yep.
There's 4 guys. We'll fire the rad missile first.
I think you can get 3 right here.
Okay. Let's see. Let's try not to scout on ourselves this time, guys.
Good luck with that.
4 inches further off.
I think you're off.
Okay. All right. So off. Then bolt pistols. We have 2 guys with dual bolt pistols and the sergeant. Hitting you on 3s.
Yep.
Wow. 2 hits.
Okay.
Wounding on 4s. 1 wound.
1 wound. Okay. 1 3 up.
Yep.
Got 1.
There we go. All right. We plinked 1. That'll work. That'll work. The only thing that we have left is the Scorpius.
The juicy stuff.
The juicy stuff. So I think for the Scorpius, what we're probably going to do is I think we got to still keep whittling down those assault marines.
Probably you'll only be able to get 2 here.
Okay. Let's see how many shots. So
Yep.
again, D3 plus 1.
Oh.
4. This could be it.
Full house.
This could be the money shot. Let's go. All right. First one. Come on. Be on target. 1 inch. Basically, it was like that.
Favor. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You got 2 there.
Okay. Second shot of 4. Let's see what happens. Flipping that way.
Another 2, so 4 in total.
Okay. Third shot.
2 again, so you're at 6, and the last one.
Last one.
Another 2, so you're at 8 in total.
That's consistent if nothing else.
Very consistent.
Okay, so these are strength 8 AP3. Wounding on 2s. 6.
Okay.
6 AP3s.
Do believe I get cover safe still.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So I believe we got probably 3 guys here before the Artificer armor, so I'll do these 3 at a time.
Okay.
It's 5 ups. Up. That's just 1.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And now another 2 before the Artificer armor. Both are dead.
Okay.
And 1 more to take on the Artificer armor. So this is a 2 up. Now don't fail me. He's good.
Yep.
2 more on the Artificer armor. He's okay.
Okay, all good. All right, well, I'll take that. 3 kills. We're slowly whittling that squad down. So, recap for Deathguard Turn 2 shooting. We didn't kill the Contemptor, but we took 2 hull points off and we shook it, which I'll take that. That's good. We managed to use the Scorpius and kill 3 of the Assault Marines. We plinked off one of the Sun Killers, but we got the guy with the Artificer armor, so that's great. Hid. Bolters over here did nothing, basically. They killed 2 Assault Marines. Destroyers have set them up for a charge. So before the end of that, I think you owe me a break check on your Sun Killers, because you did take 1 casualty.
Correct, indeed. And the Sergeant's gone, so this is on an 8. They're okay.
Oh, where's are your 6s and 5s when I need them? Now we are going to go into Deathguard Turn 2 Assault, and the only one that we have is actually the Destroyers under the TAC squad.
Okay, I'll do my Overwatch.
Yep.
So you did kill 1 guy, so there's 9 left, one of which is the Sergeant. So I believe we're at 17 shots total.
Yep.
So this is 9 dice. I'll do this and then 8 subsequently. There's 3 6s.
Of course.
There's 3 6s. Let's kill those destroyers with Overwatch. And then number 8, no more 6s. So just 3 6s.
Okay.
I guess that's fair. And here we go. That's 1 wound only.
All right, well, my Sergeant's in the front, and I'm not going to risk it, so I'm going to go ahead and try to lookout sir this onto the next guy.
All right.
Which he does, and then it's a 3-up save on the next guy. He's dead. All right. Well, that happens.
Would you have to take a break check for losing your guy, or?
Yeah, technically I would have to take a break check in Overwatch, right?
Right.
Yep.
I believe so, yeah.
Yep. We failed. Of course we failed. These destroyers have been absolutely horrendous. Okay, so they're going to make a break for it, and they end up running 7 inches. Okay, that's it. Turn 2 recap. Destroyers once again prove that Mortarion wants them to die first because they're terrible. We did whittle down the Assault Marines to a little bit more manageable, but with that Chaplain in there and the Sergeant, they're still quite powerful and can do some damage. This one was huge with the Destroyers because by failing that charge, or failing, excuse me, the break check because of the loss in Overwatch, we can't tie up that squad. So yeah, that's it. Turn 2 recap for the Deathguard, and we'll now move on to turn 2 for the Emperor's Children.
All right. I think that could have gone worse once again. So let's see what we can do in terms of retaliation to those Deathguards. So 2 reserves to roll for. Number 1 will be the Javelin. So looking for a 3-hop here. It's not in.
Stay away.
And the Dreadclaw.
Stay away.
That's also not in.
Yes.
Now, that could have gone better, but let's see what we can do with whatever is on the table right now.
Let's keep this a down and dirty bolter fight.
Indeed, indeed. So, well, I think the choice is clear here. Well, let's go and take apart some Deathguard. So my thinking is here that I can probably get both of these tactical squads, since gracefully the destroyers decided to disengage. I think there is an opportunity here for me to charge the right-hand side tactical squad with my tactical squad and the back tac squad with the leftover assault marines. Now that's a gamble, but let's see how this goes, I guess.
Yep.
We'll see what the dice show us this turn, and let's see what we can do on the left-hand side here.
Okay.
I think with the Contemptor, there's only one obvious choice, which is charge forward and see where we can go. In terms of the Sakaran, I think I will just pivot on the spot and take on some tactical marines. So here in terms of shooting, I'm not sure if I want to shoot my back tactical squad at your tacs, given that they're a bit of a distance away and I do not want to risk failing that charge. However, I do want to shoot my assault marines at the back tactical squad.
Okay.
So I think I have 5 regular guys left as well as the chaplain. So the 5 hitting on 3s.
Yep.
That's 4 hits. And the chaplain, he hits as well. So we're at 5 hits, wounding on 4s. There's 3 wounds.
Okay. Well, these are 2 bolter guys before we get to the siege breakers. So the first 2 guys both fail, but we have a feel no pain from the apothecary, which we fail, so that's 2 dead. And then the 3rd wound, I'm going to look out sir the siege breaker to a regular guy, which is successful. Regular guy's 3 up, successful. So just the front 2 bolter boys go down.
Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. I guess we take a shot here at that back side of your tactical squad, the Rhino.
Yep.
It's a hit. It's a wound.
3 up. Feel no pain. Nope.
So the question is to go after the drill or the artillery. If I go after the drill, I may be able to kill it, but I don't think I would be able to completely get on that objective, given that his destroyers can rally the next turn and take that spot from me. So I think I am better served at shooting at your artillery.
Okay.
So we'll do that. 3 shots.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s. All hit.
Yep.
And wounding on 2s.
Yep.
That's 3 wounds.
Okay. And you ignore cover, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So coming from the Sun Killers, we lose an infantry, and I think we lose a gun.
That's not too bad.
Yep, not bad.
I'm quite happy about that. Already significantly minimizing the risk potential from them.
Yep.
Now let's do some snapshots with the Contemptor. The 6 shots on the carries, 1 hit.
Who are you shooting at? The guns or the infantry?
Just the infantry, yeah.
Okay, okay.
So 1 hit, that's 1 wound.
Okay, no rending, right?
No rending.
Okay, 3 up. I'm good.
And the bolter, that should probably be within 12.
Yeah, you should be in 12, 2 shots.
Twin linked.
Yep.
1 hit, 1 wound.
3 up. Feel no pain. Nope. See,
Okay.
my apothecaries don't like to work. Yours do, mine don't.
They don't have that special Fabius juice.
They don't have that special Black Templar dice.
I'm still open for that dice swap. I'm still open. Okay, now let's unload Sikarin into the tacticals.
Okay.
Let's start with the autocannon.
Yep.
Yep. Twin link.
Yep.
That is 5 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And we are wounding on 2s.
Yep.
That is 1 rend and 3 regular saves.
No problem. Let me just measure over here because my cover save for Creeping Death Rite of War is only if I'm not within 12 inches of you. And I am within 12 inches of you.
Okay.
So I don't get the cover save. So the rend I just got to take a feel no pain on.
Yep.
All right. We're good?
Okay.
And then how many regular saves?
That was 2 more regular saves.
Okay, so 3 ups. Good.
Okay. Let's do the heavy bolter.
Yep.
That's 1 hit. And 1 more wound.
Okay, 3 up. Good.
And the 2 last cannons. Both hit.
Yep.
And both wound.
Okay, well, no feel, no pain from that. Okay, so then I need to look out Sir these. So the first one on the sergeant, successfully look out Sir. The second one on the sergeant, nope, he dead.
The sergeant, okay.
Got the sergeant, sniped him.
Quite happy with that. That could have gone worse. So, summary of Emperor's Children shooting phase.
Yep.
Plinked off a few guys here and there. We managed to take out one of the quad guns.
I do owe you a break check for the quad.
Oh yes, please do.
They don't have a veteran sergeant, so this is on an 8.
Yep.
And 7. Whew, I saw that 6. 7. Okay.
Yeah, so overall I think that's okay. We can live with that. To be expected that my infantry doesn't do much in shooting. Let's see what they can do in combat. Let's start with the Contemptor doing a long bomb charge into your tacticals.
Yeah, I think you need like an 11.
Yeah,
just
so
roll it. Nothing, no reason not to try.
Let's give it a double 6 here. It's a 10. Let's measure it out.
We can measure it out. I just checked because I had to check my distance from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have needed the 11.
You needed the 11, but it was close.
Well,
Yeah, you made my my heart go into my throat there for a minute.
should have not shot that guy.
Yeah, yeah. You would have made it. That's right. If the guy didn't die.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And now let's do the assault squad and your siegebreaker squad.
Okay, so let me check and see who can overwatch.
Yeah.
Looks like roughly from here over can see.
Sure.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with bolters is 12 shots.
Yep.
Bolt pistol on the sergeant is 13.
Yep.
Siegebreaker 14.
Sure.
So looking for 6s. That's cocked. We did get a couple.
Okay.
And then wounding on 4s. Nothing. Double 1.
Okay.
Come on, give me a double 1, Paul. You don't ever roll those.
How
Let me
far
see
we
it.
go here. I think they're
Yeah,
in.
you're in. You're in.
Okay.
Yep.
And my second charge will be the tactical marines into your tacticals.
Okay, so I didn't lose anybody in that squad, so that's 19 shots.
Yep.
9 bolters, 1 bolt pistol. 6s. That's cocked. 3, 4, 5. Wow.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Not so bad. And there's a regular guy up front.
There is a regular guy up front indeed.
Need 4s. Yes, 4 wounds.
4 wounds. Wow, not too bad at all. So let's take them one at a time. He's dead. And now, do I want to tank these or do I want to look out? I think I want to look out these because not having the Phoenix Spear would make this charge very tough. So 4 lookouts. He has to take 2.
Yep.
And 1 is looked out. So the one that he looked out is okay. And the 2 that he has to take,
Yep.
he's okay. And he's okay.
No problem.
All right.
Charge distance.
Let's see how far we can go here. I think that should
That
be
should
enough.
be in. Yeah, 8. You should be good.
Let's see what these EC can do on the charge.
Yep. This could be a make or break turn for the Deathguard. Let's see what happens. Where would you like to start, Paul?
Let's start with the tactical squad.
Okay, I'm assuming you want to issue a challenge?
Yes, I have to, indeed.
Okay, no problem. Okay, we will accept. We have a sergeant with a power sword.
Okay. Cool. So I believe my sergeant would hit first at initiative 6.
Yep.
So let's see what we can do. 3 attacks on the charge. 2 hits.
Yep.
And we need 3s to smush the other sergeant. There we go.
Got
He's
him.
dead.
Yep. 1 dead.
Okay. And now I believe my regular guys are able to pile in into initiative 5.
That's correct.
Thanks to the Emperor's Children Legion rule of getting +1 initiative on the charge.
We're Deathguard. We don't ever worry about such things.
Slow and steady wins the race,
Slow
right?
and steady, yes.
So we have got 3, 5, 7 regular guys left. So that's 14 attacks.
Yep.
Here we go. Hitting on force. Okay.
It's a good start.
Looks to be about average. Half hit, 7 hits.
Okay.
And let's see what damage these can do.
Oh.
Oh, that looks juicy indeed. So that's 6 wounds.
Converted it. All right, nobody special, so we'll just take 6 normal saves here. And we pass them all.
No.
Uh-oh.
Good old Deathguard.
Good old Deathguard. Remorseless, piling in here. So I lost 1, so I still have 9 left. They don't have anything special, so this is just 9 attacks. All right, 4s. That's a good start. That's a good start. We only dropped 2. Come on, baby. Give me those 4s again. Yes. 4 wounds, sir.
Wow. Now that is not what I had anticipated from
Yes.
this combat. You got 1 as well. So
Yes.
tight, drawn combat. There we go.
That's what we needed. We absorbed the charge. Good job, boys.
Sturdy old Deathguard.
You pile in first, sir, because you were the attacker, so
That is
finish your
correct.
pile in.
That is correct. Okay, so again, remind me again, what was the weaponry on your Siegebreaker, please?
He's got a power axe and a bolt pistol, so a grand total of 4 attacks.
Power axe and a bolt pistol. Okay, I will issue a challenge with my sergeant.
And your sergeant has a phoenix spear, right?
That is correct, yeah.
See, I have to debate this one a little bit because the question is, can the Siegebreaker take the charge? You will still need 4s to hit me, because
Correct.
a higher weapon skill.
But I do re-roll my hits thanks to the chaplain.
You do, but I do have 2 wounds, artificer, armor, which doesn't matter for the spear, but I do have a refractor field. Hey, no guts, no glory. We're going to accept it with the Siegebreaker and try and save the sergeant's fist.
Okay, let's see how this goes. So 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. All hit. And now we need 3s to wound.
Yeah.
Give me that again. So that's 2 wounds.
2 wounds, okay.
You better make some invulns.
I got to make some invulns. Okay, 5 up, only refractor field. Yes, 2 invulns. Yes.
Well, these combats are not going the EC way so
Yes, yes. Fulgrim's not happy with you.
far. Okay, well, it happens. It happens. So now let's pile in here. I do have 1 power weapon left there, so let me do that one first.
Okay.
So that's 3 attacks. Hitting on force. And
Rerolling.
So that's 2 hits. Hitting on force. Nothing.
Uh-oh.
I have 2 more regular guys left, as well as the apothecary.
We might be able to hold, boys.
So that's
Come
a
on.
total of 9 attacks.
Come on.
Rerolling the fails.
Yep.
Okay, that's not too bad. These are obviously just chain swords. So what you got there? 3 wounds only.
3 wounds, okay. It looks like 2 bolter boys before we get to the sergeant. 3 wounds, so the first 2 saves, 3 ups. Feel no pain. Nope, 1 dead. And the last save, feel no pain. 2 dead. Okay.
Interesting.
Uh-oh. We got lots of fists and axes over here, but let's first pile in the boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. We'll call it 6.
Okay.
Okay, so 6 attacks coming back. Nothing special with these. 4s to hit. Not a good roll, just 1. And 4 to wound. Does wound.
Okay.
Your chaplain is the closest in base to base.
Yeah, he will take that.
He's fine. All right, initiative 1. This is where
now
it comes down to
interesting
it.
stuff happens. Yes,
This
indeed.
is where it comes down to it.
Indeed. I'll do my chaplain first. So I believe that's 5 attacks on the charge.
Yep.
And he
Yeah, you'll hit on 3s and re-rolling
so
for your
hitting
hatred.
on 3s. All hit.
Oh.
And 3s to kill. There we go. 4 wounds.
That's
4
bad.
wounds.
That's
now, you
bad.
do still get your feel no pain.
Yeah, I do still get feel no pain. So 4 wounds. So first 2 fail.
Yep.
And then
I think you still got this guy and then the sergeant probably.
okay. 3rd wound, feel no pain passed.
Yep.
4th wound passed. So we only lose
not
2.
too bad. Not too bad.
Okay, so now my initiative 1.
Yep.
Sergeant piles in. Okay, so we've got the challenge first. So my Siegebreaker going into your Sergeant.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so the Siegebreaker has 3 attacks normal, and he has 1 for 2 weapons.
Yep.
Hitting you on...
On 3s as well, the
Threes.
majority weapon skill on my squad is still 4.
Okay. That's a good start. That's 4 hits. That's 4 hits. 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds at AP2.
2 wounds at AP2. Now let's see some Feel No Pains on the Sergeant.
Yep.
Number 1,
Nope.
he's dead. And number 2, I'd probably go on the Chaplain.
Yes, because he's the closest model in base to base.
You have 2 more attacks with your Power Fist,
I
right?
have 2 more fist attacks,
Okay,
yes.
he will tank it. So 5 up and another 5 up. Feel no pain. So he loses a wound.
Okay, power fist, baby. Come on.
So show me no hits.
1 hit.
1 hit, indeed.
This could be the one that we need. No wound! No!
It's a 1.
No, it's a 1! Okay, we end up losing by 3.
That's correct.
I thought we were going to hold on. Okay, so leadership 9 goes down to a 6. Come on, boys. Hold. If you can hold
sweep
here.
the squad down.
If you can hold here, this is huge.
Now this is a key moment here.
Yes! Ah! They hold!
Ugh.
Way to go! Way to go! Yes,
All
both
Deathguards
tax
are
squads
sticking.
took the
Now that's going to
charge.
be a challenge going forward.
Oh yes! Oh
This
yes!
is not what I had anticipated for this battle.
We've got an even playing field over
Ugh.
here. All right, it's your combat, so you can pile in first, sir.
Yes, correct.
Oh, that was huge. Both units sticking is huge. That was absolutely massive. Way to go, boys. Way to go.
I would say that more than makes up for the Land Raider.
Yes, it does. I mean, I didn't expect to hold over here. I was like, this is game over. I'm going to lose both of these combats and the game is over. Whew.
Huh.
That was dramatic. All right.
That was interesting.
That was. Okay.
So, turn 2 summary of the Emperor's Children. Let's call it mixed. I think quite happy to kill one of the quad guns, but how the combats went, not quite as expected. I would have liked to at least sweep one of those 2 squads. With both of them sticking, it'll be an uphill battle to gain back this side of the battlefield. But let's see what happens in turn 3.
All right. Start of turn 3 for the Deathguard. Wow, that was a huge turn 2 with both of the combats holding over there to the left. Woo, big deal. Okay, let's get into turn 3 movement. It's probably not going to be huge, but first I need to try and rally my fleeing destroyers.
Oh, yes.
On a 9. Yeah, they're good. They rally. So 3 inches any direction. Okay, but we'll go there. All right, the drill is going to just pivot. We're not going to turn.
Okay.
Or excuse me, not going to move, just pivot.
Yep.
These guys are going to make sure that they can't be seen by that mean Sakaran.
What?
What? What?
Why?
Why? Because tactics.
Proper conga line there.
We are going to make you come and get us. So turn 3 summary for the moving for the Deathguard.
Yeah.
We just hit our death shroud again a little bit. We pivoted the drill to get some shots on the sun killers. The destroyers rallied, and then the tacticals over here on the right went ahead and just conga lined a bit to get more shots on the sun killers and try and get away from that contemptor. So that summarizes Deathguard turn 3 movement. So let's go into Deathguard turn 3 shooting. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the tacticals here. Everybody that's in range of the sun killers.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense.
Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Yep.
9 shots.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. Ooh, lots of misses. Only 3 hits.
Wow.
4s to wound.
Saving the day.
Only 1 wound.
One
Give me a
wound.
fail. Yes.
There you go. There you go. Thinning them out. Thinning them out.
Okay, quad mortar is going to go ahead and shoot at the contemptor to try and pick off that last hull point.
Try your best.
4 shots. 2 hits.
Okay.
5s to glance with Sunder.
I'm hoping for some
1 glance, 1 pen.
double invones, just like on your Siegebreaker.
Glance first, sir.
The glance. He's
No.
gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, he
I
can't
can't blow him
so-
up, so.
Ah.
All right, that's helpful, very helpful. The drill has pivoted, and we're going to shoot at the sun killers with the 2 twin linked bolters on top, hitting on 3s, twin linked. Twin linked. That's 4 hits. 4s to wound. 3 wounds, sir.
3.
3 on the Sun Killers. Got one
more
more
left.
That's huge. That's a big deal. Okay, last shot is going to be from the Scorpius. We're going to go ahead and shoot at the Sakaran. Might as well. Let's see if we can snipe the Sakaran. So 1 plus D3 shots. Just 2?
Yep.
All right. First shot. Let's see if we scatter. Nope, no scatter.
Okay.
So basically, with whatever I do, I should be able to hit you twice.
Should be hit. Yes, correct.
Okay. Strength 8.
Yep. But hitting the side, so you'll need force to glance.
Okay. Nothing. Whew. All right.
Okay.
That's the end of shooting.
Okay.
So break check on the Sun
break
Killer.
check on my lone Sun Killer. Let's see. And he's good.
Okay.
He's staying around.
Okay, turn 3 shooting for the Deathguard. Really nice to kill 2 of the Sun Killers and the Contemptor. That really helps out a lot. Yeah, so that's it for shooting. So let's go into assaults. Okay, turn 3 Deathguard, assault phase. We're going to start. Let's start with the tacticals because that's just easier.
Sure. So you don't have a sergeant anymore, so there's no challenge there, right?
Yep, no sergeant.
Correct. Okay. You just start since it's your turn.
Okay, I still have 9 regular guys there.
Let's see how they do this turn.
4s and 4s. Come on, boys.
Ooh.
That's a decent start. 5 hits. Let's get some wounds there. 1.
1. So we'll do a 1-3 up. You got 1. He still does get to hit you, so I do have 6 guys hitting you back.
Yep.
Before the sergeant. And that's 2 hits only.
Uh-oh.
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what the sergeant can do. 2 attacks. That's 2 hits and force to kill.
That's much better.
Looks
oh,
like 2
dead. Okay.
Let's see how about that break check now.
I lose by 1. Come on, boys. Hold again. This is huge. Hold again.
For 7 there.
No, we fail.
Run in.
Yep. Roll off. Oh, come on. Give me a big number.
I think I got you with my extra D3.
Yeah, yep. Crusader
there we go.
rule.
There we go.
That's a sweep.
Coming
back. We thought that was going to happen.
Took a turn longer than anticipated, but okay, I can live with that.
Indeed.
Let's see how far we consolidate. That's a 5. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention at the beginning of turn 3 as well, we did score 1 point over here for this tactical squad. So we're currently sitting on 3-0 for the Deathguard through the top of turn 3.
It's going to be a tough comeback with only 1.5 scoring units left there.
Indeed. Well, fingers crossed that it's only a half a scoring unit in just a minute. Okay, the big combat here.
Yes. Start with your regular dudes.
Okay, so for regular guys, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, plus an apothecary who has 2 attacks, so that's 11.
Yep.
11 attacks out of the regular tactical marines. 4s. That's a good start. 4 misses. And 4s to wound.
Yep.
Not bad, not bad. 4 wounding attacks, please, sir.
I guess I got 1 more guy before the chaplain there, so let's take it on the regular guy there. He's okay. He looks to be okay.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
The rest of mine is initiative 1.
Correct. So my guys get to pile in. So I have 2 more regular guys plus the apothecary. That's 6 attacks.
Okay.
3 hits. 1 more safe.
Okay. 1 regular guy in base to base. 3 up. He's good.
And
all right. Initiative 1.
My power weapon still here.
Oh, power weapon. Sorry.
Hitting a force. So we go 1 hit and let's kill 1. He got 1. 1 feel no pain.
1 feel no pain. 5 up. Yes, we got it. All right. Initiative 1.
Yes.
I'll start with my siege breaker with his 4 attacks with an axe.
Yep.
Now the closest model to him is the chaplain.
That is correct indeed. Okay. That is correct.
That's a good start. That's 2 hits.
Okay.
And looking for 3s to wound with that AP2 weapon. Yes, 2 of them. Yep.
So I'll do my feel no pain on him.
Yep.
He's dead.
Yep.
And then, so next up would obviously be the chaplain, who has a 5-up save, and then another 5-up feel no pain.
Yep.
I guess we'll do a lookout, sir, on the chaplain. He looks it out to the Apothecary. The Apothecary will try to look out as well on a 4-up. He looks it out to the back guy here. So a 5-up, feel no pain on that guy. He's good.
Yep.
Okay.
And then a Power Fist, 2 attacks.
Yep.
Nothing.
Okay. Let's do my Chaplain as well.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. And 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds on AP2.
Okay, I got a Sergeant and the Siege Breaker there. And these are AP2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 on the Siege Breaker.
Yep.
So it's a 5-up invuln followed up by a 5-up feel no pain.
Yep.
So the invuln, got it. And we're going to take the second one on him as well. 5-up invuln, got it.
Invuln is cursed.
Got it, got it.
Wow.
You are losing by 1, but
That
you're fearless.
is correct. I am fearless thanks to the Chaplain, so I'm sticking around.
Okay, turn 3 summary for the Deathguard. A bit of a mixed bag. I really would have liked to have finished off the Assault Squad and the Chaplain, but so be it. Can't be too greedy. We did lose the other Tactical Squad, which means my Destroyers are probably going to be hurting in just a minute. But we did get rid of a couple big threats with the Contemptor and 2 of the Sun Killers. So, yeah, that's it. End of turn 3 for the Deathguard. Moving on to turn 3 for the Emperor's Children.
No, that was a mixed bag, let's say. I mean, at least I managed to wipe one of the Deathguard squads, so I consider that a win. And now let's see what the reserves can do for Emperor's Children, turn 3.
Come on, Mortarion.
And
Mortarion,
we'll
help us.
Start with the Dreadclaw. I don't even know what to say at this point. It's scattered off and now it's gone forever. It seems to be lost in the warp, clearly. Let's see what the Javelin can do. That's another one.
Oh my gosh. We are so lucky.
That happened. Well, I guess reserves are just not going to be a part of this game. That's okay. That's okay. It happens. Let's see what we can do with whatever is left on the table.
Live by the reserve, die by the reserve.
That is correct. That is correct. So, okay, not much movement to be done. Just a little bit of shuffling around, given that none of the reserves are in. But that's okay. We can live with that. So let's start here and throw some bolt pistols at your destroyers. I think I've got 6 bolt pistols there.
Yep.
That's 5 hits. Let's see what these can do. That is 2 wounds.
Okay, Sergeant's in the front. I'm going to go ahead and try and tank these. First one. Yep. Second one. Yep, we're good.
Okay. And my last lone sun killer will now try to one-shot the drill.
Okay.
Hits.
That's a hit. Front armor 12.
Yep. I need a 3 to glance. That looks to be a pen.
That's a pen.
So now let's have another
Don't
6.
do it, Paul.
It worked well the first time. Let's see about the second time.
Only shaken. And a whole point.
Yes. Okay, let's do the Sakaran.
Yep.
The Sakaran is just going to take on your infantry there. I'll do the 6 shots with the accelerator autocannon.
Yep.
All hit. And that's 2 rends and 3 regular saves.
Okay. We are outside of 12, so for the Rite of War Creeping Death, we do get our cover saves. So you said 2 rends and 3 regular saves?
Let's do the rends first.
Okay, so the 2 rends, 5 up cover saves. 1. And a Feel No Pain from the Apothecary.
Yep.
Passed. How many regular saves?
3.
3? Okay. 3 regular saves. This is a first. Normally my Apothecaries do not do this. So
they've learned the lesson.
It's statistics coming back for me. Okay, 3 regular saves. Fail 1 and a Feel No Pain.
Okay.
Nope, 1 did.
The Heavy Bolter. It's 2 hits.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep.
The 2 last cannons. That's 2 hits.
Yep.
And 1 cover save.
All right, 1 5-up cover. Got it.
Wow. Them 5-up saves proven quite valuable.
Well, as bad as mine have been like the last 4 or 5 games, I think again it's statistics coming back.
Short shooting phase. So summary of shooting phase turn 3 Emperor's Children. Would have been nice to one-shot that drill, but I guess you can't have everything in life. So I'll take this moral victory, and let's see
We're hanging on.
My tactical squad here is at least able to wipe out the destroyers. So the only question there is now, do I want to double charge the drill as well and try to pop it with my 1 melt bomb? Am I going to be greedy? I think I have to be, given that I'm quite far behind in this game. I really need that objective, so we'll charge both units.
Okay, well let me do Overwatch. Hitting on 6s. Nothing.
Okay.
All right.
In we go.
Yeah, I don't think you can fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're well in.
Okay, so first guy is gonna go hit the destroyers.
Yep.
This guy is gonna go hit the drill with his melter bomb. Let's see what he can do there.
Oh, but don't you have to issue a challenge?
Okay, fair enough.
You can still, I mean, the rear armor's 10. You can still, your regular guys can still...
It's 12 a round, I think, a drill.
No, I believe it's 10 in the rec.
Okay, yeah, in that case, I guess that's the bit. So I will issue a challenge.
Yep.
Let's put...
You want to start with your challenge?
Yes, correct. So I do not get my bonus for charging since this is a disordered charge, but I think I do still get my +1 initiative.
Okay.
So it's 2 attacks, hitting with force, and no hits.
Uh-oh.
And now let's do 2 regular guys, 2 attacks into your destroyers. That's 1 hit.
Yep.
Out
Out of the box.
There's no wounds either.
Uh-oh, you wanted to do the drill? Get the drill out of the way
correct.
too?
So there's 3 attacks into the drill. Hit you on 3s.
Yes.
That's 3 hits.
Yep.
And force to glance.
The 6 is a pen.
Correct, but I can't blow it up.
No.
So it's just wrecked.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I guess it's something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. My swing's back.
Yep.
I have counterattack.
And
And destroyers have 2 attacks each.
Oh, let's see how this goes then.
And they have 2 weapons each. So 8 attacks out of the regular guys into your squad. Hitting on 4s.
Wow.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
5 hits. 4s to wounds. Wow. 5 wounding hits from the normal guys.
Okay, so
Your sergeant's in the
sergeant
challenge.
These will just be regular guys.
Yep.
You got one?
Okay.
Okay.
Now the sergeant, 2 attacks base, countercharge, and 2 weapons.
Yeah.
Hitting on 4s. Nothing. Your sergeant
Wow.
lives, but you did lose by 1.
I think the
drill.
I think that spills over in terms of combat resolution, does it not?
Yeah, isn't it each hull point?
Yeah, I think each hold one, so I win by 1.
You win by 1.
Yep.
Yep. My sergeant's still alive, so I'm testing on an 8. Come on, boys. Don't flee here. We're good. Whew. We're good.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You just want to pile in?
Yeah, sure. That was interesting.
Very interesting. I really thought I was going to be able to cut through you after...
That was very interesting. Okay.
the sergeant blew it. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
We actually still got to do that combat as well. So I think I have 4 regular attacks.
Yep.
That's no hits.
Wow.
And my power weapon hits twice.
Yep.
Let's do some damage here. It's 1 wound.
Okay, so it's a regular guy, and this one's going to be a feel no pain for the power weapon. Yes. Again.
Wow.
Again.
Wow. Those 5-up saves.
Whew, whew. Okay, so that's all your attacks before the chaplain?
Yes, that is all my attacks before the chaplain.
So 10 regular attacks, including the 2 out of the apothecary 4s. Not bad, not bad. 6 hits. Nope,
Okay.
actually, sorry, that was a 3. 5 hits.
Okay.
4s to wound.
Yep.
There we go. 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
3 wounds.
Okay, so my apothecary would be the close. So let's look out these on 2-ups. All looked out.
4 ups for apothecary.
Yeah, first from the chaplain.
Oh, got it.
Yes, sorry.
Got it.
So now on the apothecary, 4-ups. So he also looks out all 3 of them.
Yep.
So let's do these one at a time for this guy there. 3 up, he's fine. 3 up. 3 up, he's good.
Yep.
Okay.
Initiative 1 again.
Initiative 1 again, indeed.
Yep.
I'll do my chaplain, hitting on 3s. He hits with all of them.
It's a good roll. It's a good
It's
roll.
a good roll and 3s to wound. Now let's see the same again. It is the same again.
That's a good roll.
4 saves.
Okay, we're going to start with the regular guy in base.
Yeah.
This is a feel no pain,
Yeah.
which he passes.
Stop it. Wow.
3 more
How
to
many
go.
5-ups?
I don't know, but let's keep it going. All right, the next one. No, he's dead. All right. So then I'm going to do the 3rd of 4 on the Siege Breaker.
Yeah.
5-up Refractor.
Yes.
Nope. 5-up Feel No Pain. Yes.
Wow.
And 1 more on the Siege Breaker. 5-up Refractor. Yes.
Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. Who's talking about the loaded dice here?
It's payback. It's payback. All right. Siege Breaker. 4 attacks.
Yes.
He just hit with 3. That's cocked. He hits with 3.
Sure.
The pressure. 3's to wound. One
wound.
Oh,
Okay,
one wound. But it is the chaplain.
Yes, correct. So he will look this out. 2 up lookout.
Yep.
Okay, on the apothecary, 4 up lookout. He looks it out as well. So my regular guy here is going to be saved on a 5 up. And he's dead.
Okay. Then 2 fist attacks.
Yep.
We hit with 1. That's what we
Okay,
needed.
okay.
That's what we needed. And it's a wound.
Okay, let's do 4 up lookouts, 2 up lookouts here again. And I think I'm just going to kill the apothecary here because the power weapon is more valuable.
Okay.
So I lose by 1, but I'm still fearless.
You're still fearless.
Yes. Recap of Emperor's Children turn 3 was okay. We managed to destroy the drill in combat. Still stuck in combat with the destroyers as well as the other attack squad. So I guess that's positive. Very unfortunately, neither the Javelin nor the Dreadclaw came in. So not sure what to say about that. Reserves are just proving to be unreliable.
Turn 4 the Deathguard. So let's go ahead and get started with moving. We're actually going to do something with the Death Shrouds.
Call me surprised.
They need to come over here and save.
Those destroyers, you know, they're surviving a lot longer than I had anticipated.
They are, but we need them to survive a little bit longer and to kill that scoring unit. Over here on this side, this tactical squad is just basically going to shuffle back. Turn 4 movement, excuse me, for the Death Guard. Very, very sweet and short. We don't have much to move. So on the right-hand side, the other tactical blob that's been sitting here generating points the whole time just generated another one at the beginning of the turn. So we're sitting at 4-0, turn 4. The Death Shrouds finally decided to stop playing hide and go seek, and they're going to go try and help out their destroyer brothers. All right, starting with the shooting, anybody that's in range from the attack squad is going to try and pick off that last Sun Killer. 2 guys left, hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Nothing.
Okay.
Quad mortar is going to go ahead and fire shatter shells at the Sakaran.
Yes.
Okay, 4 shots, hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits. Strength 8, so
Yep.
front armor 13.
Yep.
All right, 5's a glance with Sunder. Nothing so far. There's a pen.
Okay, see what you get.
Yep, pen, come on. Take that shooting down. Yep, shaken, I'll take it. Whole point and shaken.
Yep.
The Scorpius at your Sakaran.
Yes.
Yep, I am drawing line of sight from the Nuncio box here. 1+, 4 shots.
Not too bad, not
Center
too bad.
right in the middle of the tank.
Yep.
Closer a little bit to the front so I don't go off the back, if you
Yep.
don't mind, sir. First shot. It's on target.
Okay.
So basically I can't miss with the rest regardless of which direction I flip.
Correct, that's correct. So you'll have 4 hits.
4 hits, strength 8. 1 glance.
It's a pen. You hit the side with a barrage weapon.
That's a pen. Hull point and a stunned.
Okay.
You got extra armor though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're just shaking. That does wrap up shooting turn 4 for the Death Guard. Not much really, right? We plunked off a whole point on the Sakaran. We tried to kill that last Sun Killer, but nothing else to do. Turn 4 assault for the Death Guard, and I'm going to charge with the Death Shroud to try and save the destroyers. No Overwatch to worry about because they're engaged, so charge distance, it's a 5. We're in. Okay, we still have a challenge going on because we didn't kill each other there, right?
Correct, that's correct.
And there's no other challenges to issue, so I do have a Delegatus at initiative 5.
When you have a
I take it back, I have the Scythe on the Delegatus, excuse
Correct.
me, so he's initiative 4.
Correct. So I believe my sergeant goes first since I still got the +1 initiative and challenges.
No problem, go for it.
So let's see my 2 attacks. 1 hit.
Yep.
And force to wound. That is a wound at AP3 only. So.
Yeah, so I still get my Artificer on the Sergeant, which he passes on to. All right, I'll get my regular Destroyer guys out of the way, so no more counterattack, excuse me, 5 attacks. Okay, 4s. 3 hits.
Not too bad at all.
4s to wound. 1 wound on a normal guy.
1 wound.
Yep.
He's dead.
We got 1.
And I've got 4 normal guys. So the one into the Death Shroud,
Yep.
he hits, and the other 3, 1 more hit.
Yep.
So the one into the Death Shroud wounds. The
Yep.
one into the Destroyers wounds as well.
So I'll start with the Destroyer. I'm going to take it on the guy with the double pistols. He's dead. And then there's one save I need to make on a Death Shroud, and I'll take that on the Death Shroud and base to base. 2 up. He's fine.
Okay.
Okay, swinging back, we'll go to the Delegatus. So Delegatus 3 attacks base, plus he charge. He doesn't get 2 weapon bonus because he's got a 2-handed weapon. Hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
That's 2 hits.
Okay.
And this is a strength 5 with the scythe, so killing on 3s. That's 2 dead.
Yep.
And then from the Death Shrouds themselves, 4 guys, 8 attacks plus charging, so that's 12 attacks. So excuse me for that. So we pile in the Death Shrouds at initiative 3. Looks like the Bat guy's not going to make it, so that would be 9 attacks then. 3 from each Death Shroud. That is in engagement range. Wow, I only missed 2.
I think that squad is dead.
I think so. These are all killing on 3s at AP2 with the scythes. Yeah,
there we go.
That's the wipe squad. Okay, then we get to consolidate. So my destroyers shall do a d6 consolidate. They're going 3 inches, and the Delegatus and the Death Shrouds are going 5. Okay.
All right.
Combat there.
Yeah. You start with your regular guys.
Yeah. I'll start with the regular guys. It looks like he's going to be out because of the distance. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4s. Not too good. 3 hits out of 9.
Okay.
4s to wound. 1.
1.
Are you going to risk it?
No, we'll look this out. On a 2 up, look out.
Yeah.
Okay. And a 3 up to save that guy. He's fine.
He's fine.
Okay, and he hits back with his power weapon.
Yep.
He doesn't hit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. Okay, let's go to initiative 1.
Yep. Okay. Siege Breaker, 4 attacks. Yeah, I'm hitting you on 4s.
Yep.
2 hits.
Yep.
This could do it. 3s to wound with his axe. 1 wound.
1 wound.
1
Okay.
wound. Chaplain or a regular guy?
I'll take this on the chaplain.
Okay.
No guts, no glory. Nope.
Now he goes
Chaplain's
down.
Gone.
Yep.
He still gets the hit back.
He does. And then 2 Power Fist attacks from the Sergeant on 4s. 1 hit.
Yep.
This could take out the last guy. Indeed it does. Yep.
There goes that squad.
But your chaplain
got
gets
my
to
warlord as well. And he hits 3 times.
Uh-oh.
Not too bad. And he wounds 3 times.
Okay. So basically 2 feel no pains on the basic guys.
Yep.
We pass 1, so 1 dead.
Yep.
And then I need to do a 3rd save, right?
You want more, yeah, correct.
Okay, so the last one, dead. So the 2 guys in base died. That was a big one. Big turn, big turn. We finally whittled that guy down. D6 consolidate after the combat. 6. We're basically just going to stay on this objective. All right, turn 4 summary. So yeah, that was a good one. That was really, I think, decisive for the Deathguard. We got the Death Shrouds to finally do something after hiding like little babies all game long. But you can't blame them. There was a lot of las cannons they were going to eat. Wiped out that tack squad, saved the destroyers. Siegebreaker and his boys really have been champs. They finally whittled out that assault squad and that chaplain. And yeah, we're sitting in a pretty good position. So that's the summary for Deathguard turn 4.
All right, so Emperor's Children turn 4. As you guys can see, there's not exactly a whole lot of purple left on the table. But let's see what my reserves can do and see if they can still turn things around. And now they obviously come in automatically as it is turn 4.
Yep, indeed.
So let's go Guts for Glory and drop this thing right here.
Saw that coming.
Maybe keep a bit of a distance not to get surrounded, but I think that should be a good spot right there. We're another 9 inches back.
You're not going off the table, that's for sure.
Okay, so I'll do a dangerous check for landing on that pipe there. And we're good. Okay.
Oh, you were coming in hover?
It's automatically in hover the turn it
Ah,
comes in.
okay, no problem.
And the Javelin.
Yep.
So the Javelin has one job, which is to take out this tack squad right here. That's on target.
He's on target.
Okay, that's a small win. I'll take that.
Okay.
Okay, movement phase. So this guy is shaken, obviously, but we can still move. So let's just plonk forward the Rhino. The Rhino, what is the Rhino going to do? Just Just move ever so slightly. The Dreadclaw is actually going to flat out a little bit back to the original spot, if you don't mind to
No problem.
move it for me.
So right there, is that good?
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's start shooting.
Yep.
So start with the Shaken Karen into your attack squad.
Yep.
So we'll do the Anvilus autocannon. 6 shots on 6s. No hits, but it's fortunately twin-linked. Got 1 hit there.
Yep.
That's no wound, it's a 1.
Ooh.
Okay, let's do the Heavy Bolter. 1 hit.
Yep.
No wounds.
Nope.
And the 2 last cannons, last but not least. 1 more hit.
Yep.
And there we go, we melt 1
Well,
Marine.
we do. I think you might be within 12 over here, so I won't get that cover save. Yeah, I don't get a cover save. You just melted the Nuncio box.
Sure, I can live with that. And now let's do the Javelin into the same squad.
Yep.
So 2 shots with the missile launcher. Hitting on 2s thanks to the ground tracking auguries.
Are these crack missiles, I'm assuming? Or
Crack missiles,
Okay.
correct. And winning on 2s. So there go 2 more Marines.
Yep. Pling pling. 2 dead.
And the multi-melted doesn't hit, of course,
The multi-missa.
as a multi-melter would. My last cannon is going to take a pot shot at your artillery up there.
No problem.
Hitting on 2s, winning on 2s. Got 1 guy.
Yep. Blink.
So that should be enough for a leadership check at least.
Yep.
The Rhino will shoot the destroyers.
Okay.
Twin linked. 2 hits. That's 1 wound.
1 wound. Sergeant's in the front. I'm going to look out, sir. Which he is successful. Goes to the next guy. He's dead.
Let's see the squad run again.
Good thing that I look out, sir, because that was a 1 on the save. All right, so I lost 3 out of 6, 9, 13, so no check on that tack squad. I do owe you a check on the destroyers.
Yes, correct.
They're good.
And on the
quad gun crew. 7, they're good.
I think there goes my master plan.
Yeah. I think that could be decisive because I'm going to end up scoring, I think, 2 on this next turn.
Okay, let's call it a game.
Okay.
I'm glad to... no Palatine Blades in action, which is a shame, but hey, I can't trust the luck of the dice for those reserve rolls.
Yeah, that was really, really bad luck for you not getting either of your reserves in all the way until turn 4. That's crazy, especially with the pod basically coming in automatically on turn 1. Yeah. Let's talk about a little bit in the post match.
Sounds good.
Let's appreciate it. Good game, Paul.
It was great fun as always.
I think I finally corrected the losing streak that I've been on with you.
Indeed, as well as the dice streak. Those 5-ups really proving their ground over here.
Yeah, I think so. I think all the dice that I was rolling so poorly in all of our previous games, it came back to me this game. So
correct.
Excellent. So
yeah, great
appreciate
game.
it. We'll be back shortly with the wrap up and the man of the match. Wow, what a game, Paul.
That was great fun indeed. Very swingy, some real ups and downs, but great fun nonetheless.
I agree. Actually, when you pop the Land Raider turn 1, the first thing in my mind is, all right, it's going to be one of those games. You missed with the Sun Killers, and then it's 6-6, boom. And I'm like,
Sometimes it goes like that.
Yeah.
But the luck turned quite quickly, I think, when it started on my reserve rolls. I could already smell there was a wind coming that's changing, so... yeah, I think at that point I was still at a good spot, but then you managed to whittle down my combat squads on the right-hand flank, and from there on it was really tough for me to come back after the Contemptor died as well. That was my plan, to kind of roll up your attack squad on the left-hand flank, and without that I think was a tough road ahead, let's say.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, honestly, I was really worried those first couple turns. I scored 2 points in turn 2, but I didn't think that was going to be enough because I was just waiting for the hammer to drop with the pod and the javelin, and I'm just thinking to myself, no Land Raider. But I mean, it went back and forth, and I thought that was actually really exciting and really fun.
It was great fun, I do agree. Think about it. Yeah, especially if I think about the number of infantry that I had to whittle down, I think without having those in the first 2 turns, it's a really tough mission ahead since I started this game with 2 scoring units only as well. I think having both those tied up in combat and getting slowly whittled down already meant that you were free to score on the other side of the board without me really being able to do much about it. And then from there, I think was a really tough road ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really like playing the Creeping Death. I know it's not the more popular of the Deathguard Rites of War. Everybody likes to play the Reaping. I like to play the Reaping. Who doesn't like a lot of guns? But it's also pretty fun to put a bunch of bolter boys on the table, and they're really durable with that 5-up cover save as long as I'm outside of 12 inches.
Yeah, those 5-ups were pretty juicy.
Yeah, I can't complain, and then you stick an apothecary in there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun just playing with a lot of bolter boys, and they really did some good work that game. So
Yeah, I think those types of armies are also true to the feel of Heresy, right? Having a lot of infantry. I mean, going to the 20-man tech squads, I feel like that's how Heresy should be, right? Lots of Marines crashing into lots of Marines. That's the spirit of Heresy in my eyes, yeah?
yeah, I totally agree. And one of the things that I really enjoy about our game, this game, or any other game that we play, is we tend to play a lot more infantry-heavy armies, fluffy armies. It's just the way that we like to play Heresy. There's no wrong or right way to play Heresy, but we do tend to be more towards the fluff and more towards infantry in the games that we play. Where do you think perhaps the game turned? Do you think it was the reserves? Do you think there was another thing that happened?
I think there were two turning points that I can identify, one of which was that I wasn't able to sweep one of the squads that I had charged. If I would have been able, I think, to wipe either in that turn, I would have been able to support the other squad with the squad that have won. So both of those being tied up for longer than I anticipated. Even though the tech squad did manage to swipe you down in the next turn, I think that was already too late. Would have been able to bring them into the other combat, would have been a win. And then obviously, yeah, the reserves not coming in, the pot scattering off the table, that obviously was the cherry on top of the crown of not being able to bring enough power to wipe down all your infantry.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think for me, I totally agree. Both of my tack squads, the big blob plus the smaller squad and the Rhino, absorbing an Emperor's Children charge, which doesn't happen very often. And yeah, that was huge for me because it allowed me to hold you up. No more power spear bonus on the charge. I can start to whittle down those units. So yeah, that was huge. And that's kind of the reason why I picked my own man of the match. My man of the match, the humble bolter blob of 17 guys, plus the siege breaker, plus an apothecary. They really did some work taking the charge, living long enough to whittle down that squad with the chaplain, the assault
Correct.
squad.
Killed my warlord.
Kill the warlord.
Yes.
Yep. So definitely my man of the match, and never underestimate the power of the basic bolter boy.
Indeed so, indeed so. And on my side, I mean, honestly, there wasn't really much to pick from. I mean, if I think about units that killed anything, Deathguard on the other side, there probably wasn't much to begin with. So it was probably between the Sun Killers or the tech squad that managed to wipe down your tech squad. But looking at popping the Land Raider in turn 1, subsequently taking out one of your quad guns, and then after that still plinking a few shots here and there on hull point of the drill, I think there's no two ways about it. It's the Sun Killers. Yep. Yeah, so I think GW did everyone a great favor by adding these to the EC rules, which I think we can all agree on across the board are maybe a little bit lackluster. So having a heavy support unit that base hits on 2s and ignores cover, one may call it a little bit too strong, but I think it's an overall good balance in terms of some of the other EC units and rules that are maybe not quite up to par. So happy to have them, and I think these are definitely a staple in my list. The only main question is how to make them more durable, because after all, it's only 5 Marines. So I'm definitely going to add a few more bodies into the squad, and then for the next game, probably also going to add an apothecary or a character in just to make them survive a little longer, because for any opponent, they will be priority target number 1, hands down. I mean, what's worse than 5 last cannons that hit on 2s and ignore cover? I think no question about what's the most threatening element in this army.
Yeah, certainly. I agree with your man of the match. I think the rules are awesome. I think the way that the Sun Killers really follow the fluff as well for the Emperor's Children for that specialized unit. And I totally agree with you that Emperor's Children is one of the first legions to get their rules needed some help. So I think in that context, I don't find the Sun Killers overpowered, but they are certainly my number 1 target any game that I play against them, and I wasn't too successful in whittling them down before they did a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, often enough, to be honest, I think if you get turn 1, you get 1 shot off, and then afterwards they're gone. Now, I guess, it was a smaller game, and you didn't have that much artillery templates to whittle them down, but otherwise, yeah, they usually only tend to survive 1 turn, and then they're off. So yeah, finding a good way to keep them alive a little longer may be valuable.
Yeah, I agree. And just because we didn't mention before, we actually finished the game after turn 4.
Yep.
Because after turn 4, Paul's scoring units were no longer on the table. And I was in a position to score either 2 or 3 points pretty much every turn for turn 5, turn 6. So at that point, it was already 5-0 for the Deathguard, and we decided to call it at that point. Even though we could have kept playing once the reserves came in, it just kind of defeated the purpose.
Yeah.
But that being said, great game. Had a fantastic time, and probably before we close out with this bat report, this initial bat report for Far East Wargaming, what are you looking for in Heresy 2.0?
Oh, wow, that's a really good question. Let me think about that. Well, better EC, Legion rules aside. I think simplification, there are definitely some rules that can be simplified, which all the things that currently take up a really long time, like challenges, I think do take quite some time. Templates sometimes can take quite a bit of time, wound allocation. So just smoothing out those things. I think the base rules of Heresy are great. Don't really need to touch them. Yeah. Just smoothing out a few things. Psychic Phase, I think, is another obvious one that kind of needs to be simplified a little bit. So I think just simplifying the parts that are a little bit too tedious right now will be great. And otherwise, the rule set works. I don't see any reason for making real changes.
Yeah, I totally agree. I agree with everything that you said for Heresy 2.0, what I'm looking forward to. Honestly, in the various leaks or previews that are out there in the internet, I didn't see anything that kind of made me say, I don't know if I really like that. Remains to be seen, I think, with reactions. That's probably the biggest question we have. How are reactions going to work? What are the reactions that are available for all of the armies? That, for me, is probably the only concern. But as far as the rules, they look really good. And hopefully they smooth some things out.
And more plastic models. I mean, hands down, I think having a plastic Spartan, having anything that you don't need to order from Forge World, wait weeks, and then hope that it doesn't get stuck in customs. That's a problem we face here over in Asia a lot, that customs sometimes does one way, sometimes they do the other way. So I think having that available, just accessible in nearby game stores is a huge plus.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I love Forge World stuff. I'll use a lot of Forge World stuff in my models, whether it's the heads or the shoulder pad upgrades or the units themselves. But the one thing that I will not miss is only being able to order from Forge World at rest of world prices.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. If we have an option to now buy it in the store locally here, that's a great thing, and it's going to encourage more players. So more players is always a good thing. Don't believe the negativity on the internet about people worried about new blood. I think it's a great thing, and I'm really looking forward to the new edition.
Likewise. Last few words, I guess. Better dice luck on those reserve rolls next time, and looking forward to a rematch soon.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Appreciate the game as always.
Likewise.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Catch you on the next one.
Yep, absolutely. Watching us here at Far East Wargaming for this very first bat rep. Please leave comments below. Constructive criticism is perfectly fine. We probably did make some mistakes somewhere along the way.
I'm sure.
Whether it's with rules or with technical issues or anything else, but we definitely want to improve and continue to bring you great Heresy content. So until the next time, take care.
Thanks.